Welcome back to the Running Back Podcast, the podcast where you come for entertainment. Stay for the sports. This is a podcast for the culture, and I'm one of your hosts, Percy.
I'm BOBBYBANDZZZ.
Welcome. We're in here alone.
As you can see, there's no guest tonight.
Yes.
There's no homies tonight. They all passed out. We are celebrating. Still celebrating
milestones.
We had Thomas last episode. You guys saw that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. But yeah, we're celebrating. This is kind of like I called it the hangover episode right now.
Right.
Because if you guys tuned into the live, we were lit. We were having fun. We were just letting off some steam. 2020 has been a long year. So, and with recording and just celebrating 50 episodes was, it's a big accomplishment to us. So we're just having some fun.
Appreciate y'all tuning in, all 50. And
even if you missed one, you got time running back.
Yeah, run it back. That's what they're there for. They up, they live. The downloads be popping on the audio side. The views on the YouTube, we getting what they getting. We appreciate all that. So go ahead and subscribe wherever you at.
Yeah. I had somebody DM me the other day, like, hey man, congrats on the numbers that you guys are doing. And I'm like,
what you talking about, me?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I don't know what numbers we're doing. I do know what numbers is doing. I know we could do better.
Right.
But I don't chase numbers. We don't chase numbers. We just want to give you guys like great content.
Facts.
Like they say, people will find us. You know what I'm saying? The content is there. People will find us. There's an episode for everybody. We're trying to just create different kind of episodes. So if you guys do know people that are just doing some crazy, not even crazy stuff, but just interesting things all around the city, just DM us, let us know. We're always looking for, interesting episodes to talk about. Just
right. I mean, just we've had some people reach out, and we working on our schedule, so your time's coming.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna get y'all in here.
Don't take it as we're gonna get you in tomorrow type shit.
Right.
Because this is like the schedule is pretty much set. If you see this, hit us up. We'll get you in pretty much 2021. But yeah, we grinding, and we trying to bring you guys as much fun and different content.
And we, of course, welcome all the feedback. Like,
yeah, I love the criticism.
Right.
What is it?
Constructive criticism.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah, facts.
I love it.
You gotta be a special person to hurt one of our feelings.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
You might end up hurt.
But yeah, just like the whole podcast thing, a lot of people, you see us on YouTube. Again, we're not YouTubers. We use YouTube as a way to distribute what we're trying to say,
right?
And just bring you guys the audio and different content. But I know a lot of people reached out saying they're looking to just start a podcast, are interested in learning about podcasts. It took a little while for us to figure it out. A couple months. We're still figuring it out.
Yeah, I said as long as we get better every episode, sometimes we take steps back because something happens that we didn't know how to fix.
Yeah.
Or we weren't even aware that this would be a potential problem. Like, okay, my phone is on silent, but sometimes a text will come in and ping like,
yeah.
Professional settings, to turn it off, but we kind of pride ourselves on being professional, but not in a professional setting. So, I mean, like, you'll notice the growth in our audio, but then you might see a dip, and you'll notice, like, sometimes the video quality, something will happen. It's all about just getting better every time you do it, running into those problems, because experience is the best teacher.
Yeah, and we're only 50 episodes in. Like, that's nothing.
Right.
You look at these other shows, they're 250, 200,
right.
100. Podcasting is nothing. Excuse me. Is not new. Like, for many of you guys, it's new to you guys. You're hearing the word on the radio every day. You're hearing it.
Right, podcast awards.
Podcast. Like, and remember, what was I talking about a couple years ago? Like, we need to go to this podcast awards, like 2018, just to go. Not even, we hadn't even dropped. I don't even believe we dropped the episode yet. And I was like, just go, because it was such a small, not even a big thing, that we could have attended it just to check it out, see what, ask people about different questions and shit like that. But if you're interested in a podcast, by any means, just dive into it.
Do that shit.
Yeah, do it. It all starts with you just starting it. Like, think about the idea and just go from there. Think about if you want to have a partner, if you want to do a solo. Just think about the theme that you want to put out. And go from there. And all the business shit and audio shit you can figure out. There's a bunch of YouTube videos that could teach you how to, teach you how to record, teach you how to use the editing softwares. So it takes a lot of self-learning and just self-educating in time. But it's worth it.
For the most part, like if you have a smartphone, you have a podcast studio, whether that be through certain things where you just record from your phone and upload it and send, and that hub does the editing for you, or you just plug in your headphone microphone and sit there and talk about your topics, whatever your topics are. I think it was an app recently that released that was talking about basically it was like Tinder meets Twitter meets radio. But not Tinder for dating, But
Tinder for Twitter. Twitter's wild.
Twitter is wild. But it's just people talking. Wild.
Tinder could get wild, whoever you meet.
Right. So imagine if you got people just on vocals just talking. And just talking about whatever topic. And if you got an interesting topic, people tune in.
Oh, okay. I get what it's kind of like live jump. So instead of just typing, you jump. Oh.
So it's like imagine you just broadcasting your whatever. Like right now, we probably could go live on that, and then people just tune in and listen. And then, but I think they can contribute though. That's I'm really not sure how it does, but I mean, there's stuff out there.
There's a bunch of stuff that they're creating out here.
You got a smartphone, you got a studio to make videos.
People are making. Yeah,
you can make a music video,
songs,
tracks.
So you can do it. I mean, by all means, like I said,
eventually down on GarageBand.
Eventually you see we didn't have any of this. This is all just aesthetic. Like this is just literally just just figuring it out and just adding piece by piece. But really, you get one of these, you're pretty much good to go. But just shout out Spreaker.
Yes, Spreaker been holding us down.
Hey, shout out Spreaker. You guys been good to us. Spreaker is our distribution, our distributor that we use. You can use a bunch of different other people. I'm not gonna name them. Spreaker is where it's at.
Spreaker is how we get on all other platforms.
Yeah, they put all our episodes on every platform. Where Apple Music, Spotify, Google Podcasts, right? All those other spots, whatever.
Follow us on Instagram. You know where the audio goes.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out Spreaker again. They take care of us with that. So just look into it. There's a bunch of free ones. There's services that you can pay for to get more, advanced analytics for your podcast. But it's dope, man. If you guys are interested, just DM any of us. Just ask questions. And
we the podcast to give out all the free game. I might have to switch up the sports with a free game.
True.
Come for the entertainment, stay for the free game.
Facts.
I think we just switched it up live on that.
We could do that. Stay for the free game.
When you're your own boss, you get to make those calls in the middle of the episode.
Sign off on it, sign off on it right there. Make it official. Bam, right there.
Bam. It's real.
Executive order.
Checks and balances. Checks have been balanced.
I wish it was that easy to get the fucking president out of the White House. Because this nigga's making it really hard.
But motherfuckers, he did get impeached though, didn't he? We forgot about that.
I didn't. I did not forget. I'm waiting for that nigga to go to jail, bro.
Yeah.
He's going to jail. His ass is going to jail.
You saw the Photoshop mugshot?
Nah.
They took his wig off.
Man, there's a lot of pictures. You ever seen that nigga naked? No homo, no homo.
It's a funny thought.
They got a picture of his ass sitting there, boy. Funny
Just
as
naked.
hell, naked as hell.
Funny as shit.
But nah, shout out, or not shout out. I'm gonna give you a congratulations. Congratulations to President Biden. You're gonna be our next, president.
President-elect for now.
Yeah, president-elect. We didn't really talk about it. The last time we spoke to you guys was election day.
Right.
So I know. Did you get out to vote? Did you say, or were you working?
Yeah.
You did, right? You got out. Oh yeah, you voted that morning, right?
Yeah, I voted that morning. I was not looking forward to it because everything on the news is talking about long lines. I almost went to the United Center.
Oh, that would have been the worst idea you could ever do.
Well, I'm thinking, all right, the United Center is big. My local polls. Yeah.
Sorry, Reef. I'll take your water.
So I was thinking the United Center would be big, right? And they'll have multiple entrances and like people separated.
Uh-huh.
And my local polling site was a high school. So I'm like, arena, high school.
Yeah.
So I'm like, then I drive past. I didn't see any cars. I didn't see no lines. So I was like, all right, let me just dive into the school real quick. When I got in there, it was probably, with the poll workers, it was probably like 12 poll workers, 2 security, and 3 people voting. So I was like,
quick.
In there, right?
Yeah.
The longest part was sitting there. The person in front of me was confused about something. And then, like, the poll worker, I probably shouldn't say that. She messed up on the person in front of me. Uh-huh. So they had to, like, change one of his numbers, and it was a thing.
Also, I had to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So it was pretty much like I've never voted. So I've always pushed to vote. I'm like, I think I said it last time when we talked to Thomas. Yeah. If I didn't say it, but I was registered in Champaign when we went down to U of I.
You turned 18 down there.
I turned 18 down there.
True.
So, no, I turned 18 here, but when I went down, I signed up for that. Democrat.
I did too. I still get the email.
Me too. Democrats of Illinois or some shit like that. He be
Illinois Dems.
Illinois Dems. So I signed up for that and I registered in that county, assuming I was going to be there for the next 4 years and I was going to vote again. But then I came back here, I never voted, and then so I registered there. I pulled up to it was just a church, and it was literally like you said, 3 people. There was like 12 people, like. And
I had 2 districts in there. It was like
mine too. First
East of Western and West of Western.
I had First and 26th, First Ward and like 26th Ward, and then some other district. And so I went and voted. I voted, and then I messed up because my marker had went through. Yeah, like a lot of people were complaining.
It went through.
So it went through. Like I was like, hold on, like, nigga.
Got to make sure y'all count my shit.
And then it went through. So I had to get another one. And I mean, I think what was the most like nervous, I got a lot of anxiety voting. Did you feel anxious, or you were just like went in and were just like?
I guess a little bit. You probably could say that a little bit, because for me it was like them damn judges. I ain't do my homework, and that's the part that was like, fuck. Yeah. Because everybody else, I feel like those positions are kind of like high media attention grabbing positions. So you recognize names. So they were. And you know what you know. You know what you know about them, and use that prior knowledge about them. But then the judges is like, I needed a practice test first. I was like,
I swear to God. But you could pull out your phone and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, but I did. I the way the school got us, like.
Who else felt like they were cheating on their fucking on their voting ballot? I did because I was like, okay, hold on, right? Why would people put cheat sheets out online if you can't use it? Right. Like, is everyone in the whole country over here like this? So I'm like, man, just put my phone right there. And I went on Twitter. I know there's a lot of, and it's kind of fucked up because I'm listening to, people
somebody else's opinion,
biased opinion. So I had multiple different references that kind of just had like different points of breaking out the judges. Right. But when I just initially went in, I seen, president, whatever the hell, and just go boom, boom. And then after, like how the way it was just broken down, and it was like, yes, no, it just gave me anxiety.
Yeah.
Like it was just so much.
Right. It got heavy. Yeah.
It got heavy.
Did I fuck up?
Uh-huh.
Did I get everything? Did I not vote for somebody? And then it's just like, I was just starting to think, like, is my shit gonna count?
Uh-huh. Yeah. All kind of shit go through your head.
And then the lady was standing right there when I put it into the file or whatever, the feeder.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, she saw who I voted for.
Uh-huh. No, I guess I'll probably say it. So it's funny as hell. When I went, remember I told you I went to go get another one, so I came back and I went to ask a question. So I was like, hold on, am I voting? Like, are all these like my options, or am I voting for each individual? So it was like the second form or something like that.
Right.
So she's like, hold on, put your form away. Comes back with a different form, trying to explain something. I'm like, it didn't have nothing to do with that form, so I just like took my own knowledge from what she was trying to tell me. But she was like, I don't want to tell you what to do, but did you are you familiar with the fair tax? She was Puerto Rican too, I'm like, yeah, I know. Okay, just so I just want to make sure you know.
Right. Funny as hell.
Like, yeah, I know the agenda. I guess she didn't want to tell me what to, because that's illegal. That's illegal.
Especially as a poll worker.
Yeah, but she was funny, so.
Funny as shit.
She definitely was funny.
Another reason, like, I didn't want to vote was because as a Chicagoan, like, or I wouldn't even think of it as a Chicagoan really until after the election, but as a Illinois resident.
You thought it was a blue state? It's
a blue state. If I don't vote,
what is a blue state?
The rest of the squad gonna show up and take care of business for Illinois, right? But then I'm just like, what if everybody think like that? So I was like, let me just.
A lot of people thought like that for the last 8 years.
Yeah, I mean, but Illinois has been a blue state. But then you saw the picture release, like. This why y'all not from Chicago?
Yeah, facts.
This why we don't let y'all claim Chicago, because
y'all not on the right agenda. Like y'all don't get with the program. And it's funny as fuck because I was watching some like random live, and dude was like, "Yo," he had somebody join his live. He's like, "Yo, where you from?" He's like, "Man, bro, like." I'm not from Chicago, but like I'm from like Dalton and shit, but I got a family. I know it trickled down, like the hood shit trickled down over here. But like, yeah, man, I'm not from Chicago. He kept trying to repeat that. I swear to God, he said it at least 3 times. Like, but my family tell me what's up, and dude's like, oh, that's cool, bro. Like, that's cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to be from Chicago.
That's good. That's good.
But it just made me laugh because he knows how people play with that shit. Like, you not from Chicago because y'all don't get it. It's pretty much a red state. But if you think about it.
Ain't none of that shit surprising, though.
We're a prairie state. That's our name. Like, that's our nickname or our slogan. What is it called? Our state name? State nickname? Yeah. It's a prairie state. Mm-hmm. So we're known for just rural, open land, a lot of country people, farmers. I mean,
and I can understand like those people voting in their best interest. Yeah, and like we live as city folks. we live very different lives than the motherfuckers down the I-80 or especially the I-57. Yeah. Like we out 290 and the Dan Ryan. Those are 2 completely different lifestyles than the 57.
Facts. So
I mean, I understand, and I'm not mad at them for voting for their best interests, but at the same time, you're not from Chicago.
And you know what's crazy? I don't think did I ever say this on the podcast when I went out south one time, going to Champaign,
down south or
like down to Champaign.
Downstate.
Yeah,
probably. I don't know.
And I seen the Burning Cross.
I think I've heard the story before. I don't think you said on the pod.
So, and this is not. I'm not saying if you're a fucking Republican, you're KKK but
the last 4 years, but
no. But one time, so we used to go to U of I in Champaign. Shout out Illini. Shout out U of I. So I was taking a trip down there, and I was with two friends, Elias and Karis, and we were just taking a trip. I think it was back, and it was nighttime, and we looked. I swear to you, bro, we looked to the right, and it's the Burning Cross. Yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck, like. Get the fuck. That's why I tell Karis, yo, what the fuck? We too black. Eli might be good. Right. We dark, boy. They gonna grab us. Fuck that.
They gonna.
But it's just a different life. There's a couple hours away.
Seeing that burning cross and not even seeing people, but just seeing that burning cross is way scarier than seeing a nigga that I don't know.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Yeah.
Like if we have to rank it, honestly,
is that the equivalence for them?
Probably.
Like,
because if they see a nigga they don't know.
Well, not to that extreme.
True. Not all the time. Sometimes.
Yeah, because that's not all the time.
We got stories.
Remember when the lady grabbed her purse and was like scared?
Exactly.
So I don't think I'm gonna grab my purse if I see a cross burning.
I'm getting the fuck up out of there.
Yeah, me too.
Right.
So it's not the equivalent.
Yeah, it's not equivalent at all.
Yeah, at all. It's two different. Yeah, it's levels definitely.
And I mean, women and is different anyway too, because they got a whole different, like, men in general are dangerous.
Yeah. Facts.
But
we're not.
Yeah.
We're not.
No. But, I mean, like, I'm gonna assume the worst of someone to protect my sister. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna like act on anything, but just like be ready to move, And that just comes from living in the city. You learn how to move certain ways.
Yeah, and man.
And then shit's been
yeah. We're gonna jump. You said the right words. We could just jump straight into it. I kind of we were, like we said, we were supposed to record last week. We would have spoke on it last week because we are a week in. Right. But rest in peace, King Von. One of our Chicago rappers, up and coming, up on the rise, just dropped his first album. Like, you know what I'm saying?
When did it drop? Like,
it dropped that week. Like, he was celebrating. That was like his. Right. It dropped like that night.
Yeah, somebody was saying that it dropped after he died.
Yeah, pretty much. So he dropped like a Thursday night. It was like the album release party. Right. And then he died Friday morning, and then it kind of overshadowed. It kind of overshadowed the dropping of his album because everybody's like, he's dead. Oh, his album just dropped last night too. Right.
Right. I was on a stream, watching a YouTube stream, and somebody was saying that they just got turned on. The guy lives in Atlanta. Saying he just got turned on to Von like 2 weeks ago. Found out that Von was in Atlanta. And then that shit happened. And when he checked out Von 2 weeks ago, I think they said his plays was at like 238,000. And he checked it today before we recorded on Thursday night. His shit was at 4 million.
Oh, I've been listening to it.
But he has a new album. So it makes sense. He has a new album and he just got, so a whole lot of new fans. Whole lot of new haters.
Oh yeah. He was a controversial rapper, like, and if you're familiar,
his genre is controversial though. So I mean,
like drill rap, he comes from the drill rap. He was locked up. If you guys don't know Von's story, a lot of people don't know who King Von was, or I mean, we don't know who he is, but just from what the news has said, and just me watching interviews and him talking.
Right, based on things he said.
Based on the things he said. He was a smart kid. He was in jail, wrongfully accused, I guess, or fighting a murder, 2 murders or something like that. Some shit. Beat it, came out of jail, started rapping. It was
2 murders and an attempt.
Yeah, 2 murders and an attempt. Little Durk, who he was childhood friends with, pretty much, I remember in 2016, 2017, co-signed him and pretty much
signed him.
Yeah. I remember telling my brother, like, this kid's going to blow up. Yeah. Literally 2017, I'm like, he's going to blow up. Lil Durk just cuffed him and he's about to just take off. And he was dropping his stories, and a lot of people like I called it. I remember in the beginning I called it like what was that now 2020 drill rap?
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
that Disney rap shit, like
Right.
because he told funny story, like he did like a funny ass like
He was like, yeah, a funny nigga
yeah.
that was really like a demon, but was rapping about hard shit and
And
just presenting it like, and you watching his words.
facts. There's an older dude at my job, and if he probably gonna listen. We were talking about his album in the car, and he was just like, man, he raps what people really go through in Chicago.
Right.
Like if you listen through the whole album, everything that he goes through, all those stories, people have went through that. And if people, I mean, there could be stories through that he went through, stories
Right.
that he made up, different. But that just shows how creative and how much of how skilled he was and what he was doing. That he had you guys, and he had everyone, like the 63rd and the 64th, like.
Bro,
We've not from like I see it on Facebook.
Kids in Iowa talking about we not from 63rd.
And like I know, again, rest in peace, Duck, and all the shit that's in between it. But y'all fans don't know what goes on in between this shit in Chicago. Shit. Yeah, y'all like we don't like we talk about the violence in a whole, but there's a lot of shit that's just in between. In Chicago, you know what I'm saying? That just a lot of people don't understand. But it gets, and it had nothing to do with Vaughn. Vaughn was killed by somebody else from another city,
right.
Unfortunately.
Right.
But it's just the violence. It's when people, y'all get on Twitter and y'all get on, and they dropped the and this is fucked up. They dropped his like body from the morgue. They took a picture of it.
Oh yeah. Fuck. No, I ain't seen
And
that.
now everybody's sharing the dude's like address, IG, shit. Who like took the picture.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's getting messy. It gets dangerous when you start to play with people's families and lives and all that stuff. But again, rest in peace, King Von.
For sure.
This was definitely just the beginning. Again, right. Just like Pop Smoke, just like
just before the blow.
Duck, all the rappers that died this year.
Right before the blow.
Even Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
Dropped like what, 1 or 2 albums, his second album, and dies right after that.
Right before like the major blow for him too.
Like, when they start to get commercial and really take off.
Yep.
We're
gonna take our first break on that one.
Yeah. Bathroom break. But yeah, so I know we're talking about the King Von situation. The video, so we saw the first fighting, and then so a guy came out shooting from the side. What it looked like, right? It looked like the first video.
The first video from far in the parking lot, right?
No, that
was fake.
That's fake.
Yeah. Okay.
The one
where you see the white SUV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that first video, then they released a second video.
I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen the second video?
I saw the one that was in the group chat. The first one where you could see the shooter. But then apparently there was one where you could see the shooter.
He gets out the car.
Very clear.
Yeah, so what happened was, look, I'm going to put it right here.
Yeah.
This is the car.
They come out the club scrapping.
No, they were never in the club.
Right. But
it looked,
in the first video, it looks like they come out the club.
It looks like they're fighting out of a club because
Yeah.
the angle of the wall cuts it off. But in the second video, it's the other side of that wall. It's camera going straight down. So Quando Rondo's right here. Like, we detectives and shit.
Right.
Quando Rondo's right here.
One time for Reef. One time for Reef, allegedly.
Allegedly. No, this is...
Right, but it was on video.
Yeah, that's why they charged dude already. Right. Quando Rondo's right here. King Von starts walking. There's a car right here, too.
Right.
King Von walks from the car, sees him. Ping, pong, boom, boom, boom. Bam, boom, boom,
right.
Mop. You know what I'm saying? Fucking them up. Bam.
Right.
I do this. You know what I'm saying? Chicago shit, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All that good shit.
Right.
And then here comes a nigga that don't want to fight. comes out the car. He was in this car with them. Comes out the car and shoots him. Boom, boom. And then everybody scatters. It was literally like 10 seconds.
Right.
And it looks different than the far one where he looks like he's whooping him out the club.
Right.
That's why I say, how the hell you should never even let him get out the club. Like,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's a fucked up situation, man. A lot of times, I know I've fought in the club before. I don't remember if you've ever been in the club in a fight, whatever bar fights happened. If you ever been on the St. Patty's I worked at bars and scuffles and all that good stuff, it happens.
Right.
But you don't expect someone to come out with a gun. So it's really unfortunate for that shit to happen like that.
There's like always, and it sounds bad, like the timing's terrible, but like when you have more to lose, like I think it might have been T.I., and I hate to quote him right now because he says,
he on Chicago about to sock him up.
Right.
Bop him his ass, boy. T.I., don't come to Chicago.
Man, I hate to quote him right now, but in his song, it's just like his homie, and he was rapping about, I think his homie ended up getting killed in a situation where he ended up knocking somebody out. I say he because he says like he got dude in the jaw, won that fight, lost that war, was one of his bars. And just like there's consequences to that when you got so much more to lose, you know? And it's like, it seems like Von had way more to lose than Buddy.
You know, but
it's that street shit where it's like, if I say it's on site, it's on site.
Really on site.
And it was on site.
Yeah, shorty ass the size of this fucking light thing too. So Von was beating his ass. He's like 4'11".
Yeah.
I'm like 5'6", 5'7". Right. But 7 inches on difference is 7 inches in difference. Don't matter who's fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's fucked up. It's some fucked up shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to be said about like I think you mentioned something about people talking about like, I mean, what you expect a nigga that was a shooter to do.
No,
but when his hands being thrown, stow these hands.
So I say it like this. I think the reason me and my homies were talking about it as well. With Von and everything that he spoke about and everything that he said and everything that people spoke on him in the streets and in the music, when someone is like posing a threat to you, that kind of person,
right?
You don't let that kind of person get to a gun,
right? Because it might have been like the gun was in the car. I can go back to the car and miss this ass whooping. Or I could get on his ass.
You know what I'm saying?
And obviously it was get on his ass.
Yeah.
But had he been strapped, it might have been a different story.
Yeah, and they were saying they didn't have no guns, or that's why his homies kind of took off. But I mean, it was kind of like a gun battle at the time. But
right,
it's when you see someone when you know what I'm saying and that's probably and don't get it wrong, them niggas come from the South too.
I mean,
You know, everybody. There's hoods everywhere.
A city too.
And the niggas that shot him are not from Atlanta. They're from Louisiana, Alabama.
You know how they get down.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So you got two kind of the same. And I'm gonna call them oppressions. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is.
Yeah, we know poverty breeds violence.
You know, so they come from the same poverty, same impoverished neighborhoods, and same kind of environment, and that's what happens.
Right.
It's fucked up. It's really fucked up that people just reach for a gun. You know what I'm saying? Right away.
It's heavy though, to think about, especially as we get older. I was driving here, not even thinking about Von, specifically, but just putting myself in those situations, thinking about if something happened to me, how my mom would feel, and how my family would feel. Like, I was driving past my sister's shop, and I was just like, what if, so what happened was, I remember now, dude was walking across the street, obviously had a gun on him. He was walking with his hand tucked, right? He wasn't on bullshit. He was just making sure shit don't fall.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what if he is on bullshit and just start blowing randomly?
Yeah.
And I get hit. I'm right in front of my sister's shop. Do I, like, dive into my sister's shop like I'm hit?
You on some movie shit right now.
On some movie shit. Imagination going crazy. Like, do I dive in? Like, but then I'm like, I don't want to get her that trauma. My niece is in there with her, my sister in there, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then if I end up dying, then, like, my blood all over her shop, XYZ.
So, you know that's, like, one of the points of PTSD.
Of imagining those situations?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, like, when you create those negative, like, recreating those scenarios because you've experienced or been in something similar to that. So, like, I've been in the same thing where I'm at a red light and I'm just like,
playing scenarios.
This car could pull up, boom, 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 this and that, and I could do this, and I could, turn off this, and I'm ready for, what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, for any.
Then some bullshit happened. You boom, boom, get the fuck out of there. Yeah.
That's that PTSD, man. That shit is real.
For real.
People don't realize, people in Chicago, we grow up really, really fast.
I would never even consider, like, that to be PTSD. It's just, I look at it as just like a wild imagination and ready to move. But the imagination got to come from something.
But, exactly. If you've never experienced that.
Right, you're not thinking like that.
It's a post-traumatic stress.
Right.
Because you're stressing.
Yeah,
you're sitting,
literally.
You see, and it's post from it's a trauma.
Look, like, I'm thinking, like, if I get hit.
I'm cold as hell. Hold on. Hold on. I need my sweater. Hold on 1 second.
So I'm going to carry the show right quick. So I'm thinking, if I get hit, like, I don't want to go into my sister's shop and put that stress on her. What if I can't get to the hospital myself? Like, fuck it, I'm going to drive myself to the hospital. I ain't trying to put that trauma on her. I'm not trying to bleed on her all in her shop, and then now my blood stains are there, and that's going to be like, then my mom got to go in there and clean it up. Like, what?
You don't want to leave.
Like, I ain't trying to leave additional stress.
If I'm your therapist right now,
yeah,
you ain't trying to leave no additional stress. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm like, I'm already hit just off some shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. And then to, like, take that
nigga,
into
what you wanna burn the ashes, nigga?
I'm gonna plug the hole myself.
When you die, you want to burn the ashes. Don't leave nothing. You just want to leave no baggage on nobody. You ain't got to dress me for my funeral.
Hey, be smooth. You feel me? For real though. Yeah, I didn't even think about that as PTSD, and it is like, and that's just
it is.
Like, Tosh be talking to me all the time. Like, why you so different than your friends? Like, your friends are hood. Like, shit, I don't know, man. Like, but I mean, we all been in the same places.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all been in the same places doing the same things. And at the end of the day, it's just like one decision versus another, or, going downstate for different reasons.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For real. And your life can change really quick in Chicago.
Yeah.
If I say like a lot of the times where a lot of people find themselves troubles when they don't have anything to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one of the things we need to, like, figure out going forward.
Yeah.
A lot of the time kids drop out, and it's like, I don't want to go to school or whatever, but they need something to do. They need somewhere to go.
That's why every time somebody get a little bit of money, they want to, especially when they from the hood, they want to put a community center or like a after school programs.
Yeah. But it's after that shit, man.
Right.
It's the shit. They get out of basketball practice at 7:30, and then shit happens at 9:30.
Exactly. That's facts.
They telling their mom they still at the gym till 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's true.
It's just it starts with the music, and
that's why music is so big.
Like, King Von's not the perfect example to use.
Right.
If you wanna, we gotta change it. I know he understood what he was writing.
Mm-hmm.
That was his GOAT. You know what I'm saying? That was his MO. That was his brand.
Right.
He was branded that when he came out of jail. So,
but if you listen to some of his interviews, though, like the interviews,
he's like, don't believe anything that you're
hearing. Don't match the music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what he's saying versus what he's rapping. Obviously, people the music will be more wide reaching than the interview, but I mean, we're in an age now where all digital content is being consumed at a crazy rate. So I mean, like there's a reason why No Jumper just became one of the biggest podcasts from just a dude that got lucky with one of his first interviews.
Yeah, really.
You know?
Really.
Like he really, and I mean, like, I don't want to downplay his work because, you know, like they say luck or success is preparation plus like basically being ready for a good situation to happen and get ready when it happens. So preparation meets opportunity.
Yeah, preparation meets opportunity.
Yeah. So I mean, what was it? Thug? What's his like?
XXX.
It was X. I remember I was watching one where he talked about his Thug interview too.
And Thug.
But
he had a couple.
He got a couple early.
He had a couple early, like
right place, right time, and ready for it.
So, he's coming. He's got a couple Chicago artists. He's found a bunch of artists that he sees their potential, and he's
like, yo, let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I fuck with the No Jumper podcast here and there.
Right.
Sometimes he could get
I mean, like it's like I'm sure every episode is not for everybody of the Running Back podcast.
Oh yeah, and
you know what I'm saying.
So one of my coworkers, he heard me like talking about podcasting because I like talk about this shit all the time. Right. But he was like, "Hey, bro, like you have a podcast?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Man, I'm gonna check you guys out." So a couple days passed. He's like, "Man, I was checking you guys out, whatever the hell." And I was like, "Yeah, bro. Like, there's that episode I think for everybody. You know, like whether it's between me and you talking, and feel free to fast forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, if you hear something you don't want to talk, listen to the politics, see when we've cut off, and fast forward it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like there's an episode for everybody. Again, if you know someone who's talented, who's, trying to do something successful, works really hard, because that's what we're really about, you know what I'm saying? Again, when what you just say, preparation meets opportunity. You know, we work really, 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 really hard.
Yeah.
Long hours in the studio, trying to get better in front of camera.
You know, one thing we never talk about though is playing your role as part of a team. Like, we've always had these unspoken roles. Yeah. And it just was, no matter like what the field was, like we always had unspoken roles. And it just kind of parlayed into the plot.
Yeah, it really is. It's I wanted to say this because of the Vaughn situation on Facebook. Like, if your homie shouldn't know, you shouldn't have to ask what your homie wants to do. He should know what to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And at this point, it's like we already know what to do.
Right.
You know, like,
yeah.
Sorry for the fucking.
Right.
The heat. They heard me get cold.
Right. Definitely just kicked on. Like, yeah, I mean, we're at the point now where the movement, especially for the pod, is we do what's best for the pod. And it's always been that. But, like, now it's, like, I would send you a design of something I made, like, just so we're on the same page. Yeah. But it's like, and then you would text me like, "Yo, make this."
Oh yeah. And I feel like I'm like, man, I hope I'm not kind of like, you know what I'm saying, trying to just rush you something to make something really quick. But it's kind of like that, just that back and forth kind of work that we have.
But like I wasn't gonna make a Memorial Day post.
Yeah,
I was oblivious.
Was it
that
Memorial?
It was Memorial
Day?
Labor Day.
Veterans
Day.
Yeah.
Oblivious. That's probably the first holiday that I really missed. Yeah. I was like, no clue. he was like, "Hey, can we get a
can we
get a Veterans Day post?" I was like, "Oh shit, that."
Yeah, facts. Because it was on a Wednesday. Usually they're like Mondays, Monday off or something.
Facts.
And I seen people posting pictures on Monday, like for Veterans Day. So I was confused too. I was like, yeah, you know how that go. We got to get the content going. We want to get you guys as much content as we can. We support the troops. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the troops. Anybody that's went to war, has any service for our country. Appreciate y'all.
Yep. And then, like, just to highlight some of the things that you do too is like most of the guests you see is your supreme networking. you know, it's like whether it be telling Jose like, yo, get this person, or I'm about to talk to this person for about 2 to 3 months. We're gonna build a relationship and you're gonna come on willingly. And that's what it's been. Like, I'll get the occasional, or somebody will reach out to me directly and be like, yo, let's get this person on.
And
but
we'll go from there.
5 out of 30. Facts. You know?
I'm it's kind of like well, y'all haven't heard the song yet. Unreleased track me and Percy did. But it's like Percy stayed behind the scenes, one of the bars. Right. But yeah, I'm really big on I wanted to say this quote the other day. I want my net worth to be worth more than my network. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Because I talk to a lot of fucking people. Like, I promise you, I talk to somebody new every fucking day. Yeah. Like, people are like, damn, nigga, you're on your phone all. Like, I'm literally on my phone all day. My girlfriend, I know she hates the shit. Right. Like, Lisa's like, dude, and you're not always working, or you're not always, and like, yeah, I'm having conversations with people, literally different people. Yeah. Like, booking guests or just building relationships, and people contacting me, and I know there's time for everything, hours. For sure. You know what I'm saying? But I really just I want to push this, you know what I'm saying, as much as we can, and really show that we work and we're serious with this, and networking is a huge thing. You know what I'm saying? Podcasting is just one thing. It's just one avenue. For sure. You know, networking is it's what is infinite. You know what I'm saying? It's infinite. Definitely. You don't know how many people I've gotten a job or hooked up. Like, everywhere I go, I've been out of the state on vacation, running to people from other places. Like, how the fuck do you know this person? And I'm like, man, I don't know. I just and it works. It's facts. It works. I'll walk up to you if I see, like, we all see, I got a guest that's supposed to be coming on. I walked up to him. Right. Like, yo, you dope, bro. Yeah. Like, let's get you in sometime. You know what I'm saying? And eventually it'll take some time to get you in the podcast, but we'll get you in. We'll definitely get you in. Everyone has a story. For sure. Supreme networking. We gotta make a shirt. Bobby Bands. Hey, you know what's funny as fuck? Did you see the group message with my homies at work call me Bobby Scams?
I saw that shit.
Yo, I do not scam anybody. Bobby Bands doesn't come from scamming. I don't put that. Don't put those two together. But they were just trying to be funny as hell when all this scammy shit in 2020. Right. And, you know what I'm saying?
You're the scammers.
No, but my homie was saying, like, like I said, I'm always thinking and always working and always on my phone and always trying to push it together. And I drop them off. I pick them up to work, drop them off at work, and I tell them a lot of ideas that I'm thinking of, and just getting, feedback from, direct, real, like, what's the kind of word, like, direct feedback, I would say, face-to-face feedback. But he's like, yo, this nigga's gonna write a book or something. Like, this nigga's crazy. He be thinking of all these fucking ideas, and you just gotta get to it and turn those ideas into money and
for sure
to companies and all that
crazy though, because like with this whole podcast thing, this is like step one of like a 9-tier plan.
Facts. Yeah, we just beginning.
We've only talked about like 2 or 3 steps. We both know it's deeper than rap.
Yeah, facts.
This
is just the beginning.
That's that unspoken connection I was talking about. Like this is part one.
Yeah.
Part one was really like, what we gonna do? Podcast. Bet. Run it.
Yeah.
Run it back.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, well, I actually had this idea. Shit, me too.
Yeah.
Bet. All right. Say less.
Yeah, fine. And I know people that, like one of my homies, he started podcasting before us, you know, and he still does. He still drops episodes. But it was tough for him to find a co-host like that was...
That he didn't have to carry.
Yeah, remember? He was just like, man, I gotta, like, not even, it was just, I don't know what he was saying in the beginning, where it was inconsistent. He'll have two guys. I know it was three people at first. He'll have two out of the three. Right. And then there'll be one person out of the three. And then they're not recording for a month. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, It was just inconsistent. He's doing everything, and he's just like, he don't know what. Getting no bounce back from somebody. Right. You know, no one to really just count on to provide that extra feedback and extra work ethic to, you know what I'm saying, to push stuff. Right. So, you know, that comes with a lot of podcasters. That's why a lot of people go solo and try to push it. So, you know what I'm saying, like those messages themselves.
Right. And I mean, I always talk about too, like, if you're doing it just one way, you're doing it wrong. So, I mean, if you got a message or just shit to get off your chest, or you feel like you need to be in front of the camera and your people not rocking the way you need them to rock, like, do that shit. Because obviously we know people going to get on when they realize it's something, right? So, like, if you're doing it just one way and like, you letting these crabs in a barrel hold you back, like some of the heaviest burdens is like the people that's actually rooting for you, but they not working with you. And it's kind like they everybody want to get to the goal, but everybody not pulling in this direction. Everybody working hard, but if we working hard, not in the same direction, we both ain't going nowhere. So it's like, I'm gonna let this shit go. We'll get back to it when it's time to get back to it. While that ain't going nowhere, I'm over here doing this. You know what I'm saying? And
you gotta have multiple, like they said, to become rich, you gotta have multiple streams of income.
Yeah. Say at least 7.
You know, if you got one message, or you got 10 messages, figure out different ways to get those messages out. We figured out one way to get it out. Yeah. I mean, there's multiple platforms, and this is, trust me, if y'all follow me on Facebook, I talk a lot of shit. So this is not even, like, I'm probably more raw. Well, I slow down a little bit. But, yeah, like, get it out. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm going to put a little pressure on myself. Like, I always talk about free game on this pod. I've been planning, like, a real estate thing, Free Game Fridays, for, like, 9 months. Putting it off, well, shit, longer than 9 months. It was before COVID. So I guess since last year.
Shit, COVID makes you forget how long.
Facts,
this year.
But, so, I'm going to sit on the pod, Free Game Fridays at CHIPERCY. I'm going to drop all the real estate knowledge every Friday. I'm going to do a video.
Nice.
Free Game Fridays with your boy.
Hell yeah.
I'm saying this, so I put that pressure on myself.
I got notes in my phone, same thing. Like, I wanted to do some videos and just different stuff. But I'm very critical of myself. Yeah. So, like, I want to put out you know, y'all, a lot of people say, oh, man, you're always, like, very motivational, or you're very, like, inspirational. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm always talking, like, motivation. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to have a blessed day, you know, go chase the bag and go get your dreams, because we all know we can do it. I'm always speaking that shit. So a lot of people are always saying, like, you know what I'm saying, you're doing that. So I know I can push more messages and just probably videos and, you know what I'm saying, just dropping knowledge and helping people get through, you know, tough times, because I know I've been through some shit. Like we said, PTSD is real. Man,
you probably don't even realize it's PTSD.
Man, like what? Like he said, he didn't even know it was PTSD. You're sitting there and just reimagining something.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Did I ever tell the story about well, we've obviously told the stories about riding bikes and getting shot at.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I'll tell this one story before we go to our last break. The trip before DC, 8th grade. I'm riding my bike. Me and my homie, we're riding our bike. 8th graders. Down my block, well, the block before mine, and black SUV pulls up. Boom.
Oh yeah.
Gun to the face.
Yeah.
Like at that, no, I was about to tell a lie. I said that was close. I've been to a gun at that point, but it wasn't. But looking down the barrel of the gun, it's just like your life up until that point, all 13, 14 years of my life flash, before your eyes.
Your brain's not even developed enough,
right,
to just realize, like, what's going on because we know what guns are capable of,
right?
But you don't
think
know
about it,
like,
yeah, I don't know how that shit work. I know what it do, but you think about it, like somebody could ask me, bro, why are you thinking about randomly getting shot driving down the street? Because I randomly almost got shot riding my bike down the street.
Facts.
I would have never put those together if you didn't say PTSD.
Yeah.
Like, my fucking mind is blown.
And because over the last, I would say the last 20 years of my life my whole life has been pretty traumatic. Yeah. If you want to really like break it down, you know what I'm saying? Being at the age, that's why. And Lisa told me one time, and her stepfather said, like, I think Adrian should go see a psychologist. And I was just,
they would make you feel like you're broken.
Yeah, but I don't know if
not saying, make you feel that way, but,
and I'm sure I would benefit. I'm sure, just because. But I kind of understand. Like I understand those traumatic. Like I've accepted those. Like I've opened my mind to that. I've experienced it because after that shit, you don't go to sleep after those nights. Like I said, my whole life I've been seeing people shot, killed. You know what I'm saying?
I still tell the story about when I was at my aunt's house and I saw a guy eating another dude outside.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, like you'll never forget shit like that.
A little kid.
And it plays back, and eventually small details fade away. But
right, for sure,
you remember them.
I have no idea what we did after we went back in the house. All I know is we was going to the grocery store. We came outside, looked down the street. I don't even know if my aunt know we saw it. She's like, "Get back in the house, children." That's how she talked. Yeah. And then went back in the house. Have no idea what we did when we went back in the house. Yeah, but I know what I saw.
Yeah, man, it's real. The mind is crazy.
Yeah,
and we're only getting older, so who knows? Sure. What we experience. That's why people say, I put on Facebook, I don't feel any older. I just feel wiser.
Facts.
I feel a lot wiser.
We're gonna hold that thought. We're gonna take our last break before we get up out of here.
Have me fade away on the clip right now.
All right, we back. So start us back with that. Like what you say, you don't feel older?
I don't feel older, man. I feel wiser.
Yeah.
Over these, like I said last, I spoke about it when we had Sean.
Yeah.
The Sean on the podcast, like breaking down your your life over 10 years and just understanding relationships, understanding decisions and where you were and the environment you were in.
Right.
And putting all that and then just seeing where you went and just decisions that you, like I said, decisions that you made and understanding why you made decisions and, just realizing life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you learn life really fast. And a lot of people, you said it about the racism shit.
Yeah.
Where if you're in the South, life is slower. Well, not in the South, in the suburbs, life is a little slower.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't grow up as fast. Here in Chicago, you grew up young as hell. You realize shit a lot younger.
Right.
But yeah, I feel wiser. That's all, and I'm sure I'm gonna get wiser. I like hanging out with older people just to understand.
I never thought about it like that. So, I saw this kid sitting in the car waiting for his parent to get to the car. Right, kid had to be like 7. and I look at him and I see a baby. I think about the shit that I was doing at 7. Like, at 7, I'm probably in the store helping my mom get the shit done. Or at 7, I didn't have to go to the store and sit in the car and wait. I'm at home. Basically, like, my sister's there too. She's 3 years older, so she's 10. My 10-year-old sister and my other sister. And by 10 or by 7, my oldest sister's out the house. Yeah. So it's me at 7, my other sister at 10. We in the crib. Yeah. Mom says, don't open the door for nobody. Yeah. But at that point, like, if I decide, like, I made myself something to eat, I'm going to go to my homie crib. I'm going to go to my homie crib at 7.
At 7.
You know? But this kid, I'm like, it's a different time, but like, I just think about, you do have to grow up so much faster in our communities because, like, fast forward like 4 years, I'm at my homie's crib at like 30. Well, no, not 4 years, but like 4 years at like 11, 12. I'm at the homie crib, and his stepdad got the weed just out on the table,
and y'all over here,
and it's just like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, I see this baby when I see this 7-year-old, but I think back to myself at 7, and it's like, I'm a mature young person.
Yeah. We grew.
And that's why, like you said, I don't feel older because I remember what I was doing at 7. Yeah. I just feel wiser. I have more experience. I'm a little bigger.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's the difference.
Yeah. Yeah, those young ages, like, especially when you're growing up in the neighborhoods where we grew up, like, our parents had to work. They always couldn't watch. You know, babysitters were expensive.
Babysitter was big brother, big sister.
Or a hood babysitter. Like, you know how many crackheads, like, watched me? Like, they used to run my house. Like, man, they used to watch my ass, and, like, my dad used to just pay them with drugs, and excuse my language for calling them, you know, whoever's parents those were watching me. They were very nice people. You know what I'm saying? They were cool, but, you know, I understood. I was young, like, but I understood what the hell was going on. Right. You know? And I was forced, like, getting pulled over with my father. I'm literally 7, like, matter of fact, 7, 8, I'm 8 years old. Yeah. Get pulled over, my dad's like, just like, don't say nothing.
Exactly what to do.
You know, how do you know what to do at 8 years old? They pulled me out the car. They pulled my dad. They lock him up. They asking me, did you see any white stuff in the car? Right. And did you see any all this? And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, no. At
the end of the day, you're still a kid. But, so, like, you still get some of those, like, kid fears. You still sound like a kid. Yeah. You know, but, like.
And anybody knew me at 7, I was quiet as hell. Shit.
Right. Same.
Yeah.
If I didn't know you,
oh man,
good luck.
I swear. I remember. I think it was Alberto, sophomore year. He was like, we're in lunch, we're cracking up. I'll never forget. I'm sitting. It's like a table right here. I'm sitting right here. He's right here. Whoever else is over here. Right. It's like, damn, bro, I never knew you were so funny. I'm like, what? Because you really ain't know me. Right. You know, right. Like, what you think I'm gonna go around the school cracking jokes? Right. Like, if you sit at my table, or if we get to know each other, then, or if you follow my podcast, then you might know I'm a funny guy.
Definitely. I still get that to this day. Like, when I was working at the school, I think that was like, I'll talk about that off camera. But when I was working at the school, they was like, man, Percy ass real. Mm-hmm. He funny as fuck. He don't say shit. But when he do, it is funny as fuck, or it's deep.
That's funny.
It's like, yeah, I ain't know y'all like 3 months into the school year, because I really wasn't looking to make friends. Like, that's just me. I don't be looking to make friends. I just attract them.
I feel you.
You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't look, when I'm in like a new environment, I don't look to make friends either. Right. Like, when I was in school, I'll go to school and leave. Right. Go to class, leave. You know, but if I'm in an environment and I'm looking to have a good time, then I'm gonna look for a friend.
Right.
I'm definitely gonna look for somebody to, you know, accompany me. But other than that, I'm just cool kicking it by myself, solo dolo in the crib, doing what I gotta do.
Remember, I used to complain because the homie, shout out Kevo, man. He used to
Becco?
come and try to eat. He used to try to eat lunch with me. And like I said, I wasn't trying to make no friends, B.
That's funny.
But he cool as shit now. That's the homie, man.
My man used to sit with him all the time. Well, not all the time. But
it makes sense though, because I mean, you know, like we're in a very segregated
college. You see another black.
community.
You see another black kid. You
Right.
gonna go sit down with the
It started on the bus.
What's up, bro?
Like, yo, bro, what's up? What on? I think I was wearing a shirt he liked at first. Like, yo, shirt dope. Or he just looked for some shit to talk.
Yeah.
Then I'm sitting there eating lunch. I'm like, this nigga coming again. It ended up being cool as shit, though.
Yeah,
but,
hell yeah.
You know, I was just trying to enjoy my sandwich and Cheetos, man.
I feel you.
You know? But then, like you said, we looking to have a good time. Like, he's definitely a person that's
he
great
cool.
at networking.
Hell yeah, oh yeah. Everybody knows Kevo too.
Everybody.
If you know Kevo Beckel, you know if you listening, you definitely know Kevo.
Facts.
Let's get into this sports though.
I was about to say he come from a hooping family.
His family. Hey, the Beckos, they hoop.
They hoop.
All his sisters get down, man. They all played like Division I. I think basketball. All went to Whitney Young. They get it in.
One of my players. One of my players. His sister was her favorite player.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Damn. So yeah.
Yeah.
Big influence.
Facts.
Big hoopers. Yeah, that's a big hooping family. He knows sports too.
Shout out to the bro.
Yeah. But yeah, let's get back into this sports shit. Mm-hmm. Shout out my boy Jose Abreu with that. Hey, MVP, American League MVP, 60 home runs, 60 RBIs. He has 63 or 65, 60 RBIs in 60 games. He hit, I believe, 30 something, right? Home runs.
Yeah.
No.
He was.
Yeah.
It seemed like every time I watched the game,
he definitely had 30 something. Yeah.
I was very sporadic with my game watching this year. But
I watched almost every game because it was 60 games.
Facts.
So I was definitely in tune.
You definitely was. The group chat would be turning up and remind me like game's on.
Hey, we was on it.
But every time I did get a chance to tune in, it's like Jose's on the hot street. What's his nickname?
Pito.
Then Pito's on the hot street.
MVP.
I'm like, this nigga went from Jose to Pito like publicly. He doing something right.
Going crazy. He is definitely the culture. Like he is the leader of the of that clubhouse. Mm-hmm. He brings that big brother culture. You know what I'm saying? He is the big brother. He's the vet in the league.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, in the team, he leads by example. He got a bunch of studs under him they coming.
The best part about it is, and the show kind of implemented this to show like how influential it is. But like the best part about it is like all the studs are like, and it's the way baseball is trending anyway. But like all the studs are Spanish.
Oh yeah,
they all Hispanic.
Like taking over, B.
Like, bruh.
Body.
That's the best part about it because like I said in the show, they implemented that. Like, do they have people from the same country? Then they play better. Mm-hmm. If you like. So then having these guys as like Eloy, damn, did he win Rookie of the Year? Or crazy Rookie Year might have been close, right? I don't know if he did actually win it though.
He might have.
But no, he was hurt. But then
yeah. He would have. He would have
won it.
He would have, yeah, because he had like 40 home runs.
So imagine if you're young Eloy, you come in and your locker room leader is Jose.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
A Hispanic who's hitting the 40 plus home runs.
Exactly. He doing like
got
somebody
exactly what you want to do
and can speak your language and shares your culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time, then just fill out the roster with similar dudes. Like, how many guys on that roster can potentially win MVP at some point in their career? 6?
Yeah, at least about 6.
At least.
5.
Lewis,
yeah,
Robert,
we had
Eloy.
3 guys in contention last year for the MVP race.
Right.
Yeah, so
It's
that
dope.
team is definitely stacked. The White Sox, I'm looking forward to the 2021 season.
Yes, sir.
But we got this old drunk ass motherfucking manager right now.
I was kind of hinting at that too. Like
He wanted to show his ring and shit, talking about, hey, I'm the champ. I mean, I'm the motherfucking. Get the fuck out of here.
Tony.
He is. Hey, on the field, you are respected. Just get your shit together. I hope you can figure out this case. And
I just feel like his time's passed though.
oh, definitely.
Like he's a Hall of Fame coach, despite whatever scandal he may or may not have been involved in. I didn't even know about that shit until this year, honestly.
What the
sign stealing when he was the Sox manager before?
Oh, when they fired him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I didn't know about that shit until this year. Like, to me, Tony La Russa is the Cardinals manager. Obviously, I'm showing my age.
Yeah.
The Cardinals manager, and he did a damn good job while he was there.
That's all, yeah.
Listening to the sports, the 50-year-old guys on ESPN radio, they was talking about it like everywhere he went, people hit.
Yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
And I mean, it's crazy. I didn't realize he was, obviously, St. Louis wasn't his only job, but he was part of that Oakland scandal. Everybody knew about the Oakland scandal.
Yeah, it's just a lot of it's a big cloud, like a fog over his name.
Yeah.
You know, like.
But even then, like, our generation, respect him for what he did in
Yeah,
St. Louis.
but also at the same time, it's a new generation. Like, times are changing. We got new baseball fans, younger baseball fans. They don't want to see. You know how long it's gonna take. Baseball's slow as hell. You know how long it's gonna. You want to take. You want to. You know how long it's gonna take for him to walk to the fucking dugout or the mound to go talk to Giolito if Giolito's having a rough. He gonna get up like fuck. Old as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
facts.
You need a young boom. Let's go.
Right.
Not a. Okay, I gotta respect this old man because he's an old man.
Right.
I'm gonna respect this manager because.
Right.
He wants to win just like me, and I'm sure he wants to win, but he has a young, energetic, he's driven, and I don't know. I think they could have went a better, different direction.
Like you look at, he's polar opposite. Damn, polar opposite of what Tim Anderson is. Like Tim Anderson
is gonna play.
It's fun.
And you know what's crazy? Rick Renteria was second. Did I send that in the group?
Yeah.
Second in manager of the year.
We wanted him gone the whole year.
Almost won manager of the year.
Like I said, my watching was sporadic, so I really don't have the same I don't have the same disdain for Rick Renteria.
Yeah, you can't judge him as much as I can because he made a lot of dumbass mistakes.
Yeah.
But also players didn't step up as well.
Players got to execute at the end of the day, but the manager's got to put the player in position to get it done. I was trying to see how fast I can say that.
What's up with these Bulls, man? You got LaMelo. We're gonna draft LaMelo.
Fourth pick.
We got the fourth pick. They're talking about the Bulls are gonna either trade for the first pick. So usually that means we're gonna have to give up the fourth,
right?
And probably something else. So one of our players or draft picks, future draft picks, etc. But there is also speculation that we might be trading for Russell Westbrook. I mean, I would love to see Russell in Chicago.
Yeah.
But do you put Russell and Zach LaVine on the same floor? High volume shooters. Russ shooting 30% for the last.
Trading for Russ, you got to give up Zach.
So you want Zach and Harden? Like that's what they're putting around Harden, I'm guessing?
I mean, I think, Zach is one step below Russ in terms of only because of motor.
And
I mean, when you think about
all aspects of basketball,
when you think about the entire game, you probably, it's hard to say it out loud because Zach ain't done it yet, right? Zach ain't done it as long as Russ.
Yeah,
but you probably want Zach over Russ.
Zach over Russ?
If you're contending.
Oh, right now? Oh, yeah.
If you're the Rockets.
Yeah,
because Zach is a better shooter.
Russ just came off a bad year.
Right.
Zach is a better shooter.
And imagine if he don't have to create as many shots for himself because we know Harden is a formidable point guard.
Yeah.
Harden partially plays the way he plays because the coach asked him to. You know, like
just go
just
get
cook.
It. Yeah, go get that shit.
You know, obviously he can't do it.
I don't like it. What do we build around Russell?
Right.
What do you get? You trade for Russell, and then
trading for Russell.
What do we get? A pick. I mean, you're trading Zach, right? So we get Russell. Then what we get? Edmonds. We get a 2 guard. We're drafting a 2 guard. Now we got Russ.
Oh, if we don't have to give up the pick.
Yeah.
So if we don't have to give up the pick, we get a point guard.
And we draft a 2 guard or a 3 guard.
I think.
Man, I'm going for.
We need a wing.
Yeah, I know. We need the.
But do you go positionless?
We need that dude overseas.
Do you not think about the position still and still go get 6'8" Melo and have 3 wings or let Kobe come off the bench or something?
No, because it's gonna be Melo sitting right there for a catch and shoot jump shot. I can picture it already.
Or Russ sitting there for. We don't want that.
And he gonna.
Russ is one of my favorite players. Like let's just.
Me too. Like, I love it. I say I was talking about the other day. I told somebody I'm like Russell Wilson. I mean I'm like Russell Westbrook when it comes to anything.
Right. Like
I just go full for like yeah, I just go 100% at it. Like at anything I do. So I love the energy. Like that's one of my favorite players. I hope he could turn it around.
That's why he's one of my favorite players because it's just like if there's anybody in the league that I would want to play with,
we Russ.
Like
yeah.
Russell's personality at the very least.
You go. Me and Russ will definitely bump heads just because we're the same kind of person. Right. You know what I'm saying? We'll definitely bump heads. We're gonna ask a lot of you. You know what I'm saying? The other person. But
that's why it would be a mutual respect though. Because like nigga.
But he gotta perform.
Hit your fucking shot.
Yeah, he gotta perform.
You know what I'm saying?
He gotta perform.
Like obviously he's not trying to miss, so
yeah.
But it's definitely gonna be some like if you're gonna shoot them bitches, you better hit them.
Yeah.
You know,
you gotta.
Especially if you're a sniper like Harden. Like, can you even call him a sniper? What kind of gun is Harden? Could we say like snipers are more so like?
He's definitely like a 50 clip.
Right.
Whatever could carry 50 in that bitch, he's definitely a 50 clip. He 30. I was gonna say 30.
30 ain't enough.
30's not enough, and 30's that stuff. So I didn't want that to just
right.
You know, he's 50. He putting 50 on your ass.
Right. Facts.
Yeah. Facts. I'm excited about this NBA season. It's starting December 22nd though, early as hell. Super early. They just
on the run back, right? The turnaround is super short.
Yeah. It's gonna be quick. They got like couple months. They're gonna start right back up. I think they shortened the season a couple games. Yeah. I think they're talking about changing the playoffs a little bit as well. Mm-hmm. I just hope it's interesting. I hope the teams that are supposed to be in the championship are in the championship and all that good stuff.
Hey, LeBron, do you come back right away or do you wait until January? Like if you're
come back right away.
If you're Bron, like get your body right.
He's been resting. Trust me, he's been he's getting ready for the season and he's in a show. He wants to show that he's the best player in the world still, right. That he hasn't slowed down. He wants to be the GOAT.
That Wash King.
Like
boy, y'all poked the beast with that one.
I swear to God. He is gonna come back, start the season. Probably not even taking games off shit. Mm-hmm. He's not gonna do that. He can
take games off and be on the floor and have 25.
Yeah, like no, but yeah, you know but I'm saying like that night off because of rest management, all that. No, they're not doing that no more. He's coming. He's gonna prove to y'all that he's on some shit. He's definitely chasing that GOAT title. He's real close.
I think he knows he has to repeat because he knows he has to win. He's not a Laker until he wins a championship.
Yeah. And he needs to win it a whole season. This is like a shortened season.
So both titles gonna be looked at kind of funny.
Yeah.
Assuming they win again, right?
No.
Back to back.
Yeah.
And
if he wins back to back, nobody's
helps.
touching me.
And then like everybody knows there's Lakers fans and there's Kobe's fans. So I mean, like he knows. Just I feel like going to the Lakers was that pressure that he needed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because it's just like if I can win in LA,
I'm going to the like best possible scenario or worst possible scenario.
LA could have been terrible for him.
I could have either ruined my career or I could even just make it even better.
Year one, they don't make it, right? He gets hurt, obviously, but nobody remembers that.
Yeah. I remember. We'll call this episode, I remember. I remember.
Year two, they win it, right? Now imagine if they repeat or three-peat. If they three-peat,
he gets 5, then it really becomes like,
what left is there to say?
I wouldn't mind calling him the GOAT.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been my favorite, like, the first, well, I wouldn't say the first jersey I ever had, but, like, really liking basketball as a kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, growing up in, like, 2001, like, my first real jersey, I had the Melo jersey I had, but the jersey I loved the most, LeBron James. Like, that was my jersey. Right. I had the Jordan jersey when he played for the Wizards and all that shit, but the AI jerseys and all that. But the one that I was like, this is the next nigga right here. This next, the guy. He's the guy.
I feel like it was around 06, 07 for sure. I was just like, he got the tools to be the best ever. And when he came in 03. So yeah, I mean, bigger, just big, strong, fast.
Faster than anybody.
Yeah.
Go score whenever he wanted.
And then he's a facilitator at that.
Yeah.
And then got the nerve to be a facilitator.
That's funny. That's just shows how good he is.
Right.
But I think we could wrap it up because I'm going to get in trouble. I got work in 4 hours.
Oh, yeah.
We appreciate everybody that's been tuning with us, man. We got a couple guests that are coming up. And we will be taking a break for a couple weeks because my son will be here soon. So I'm excited about that. But, yeah, we're going to get you guys a couple more episodes. Holidays are coming.
Good way to wrap up season 3.
Yeah. And start the new year fresh. We got a bunch of new things we're working on. Hopefully we don't go back in this COVID shit, man. Everybody stay home. Stay healthy. Take care of yourselves. Let's close out this. I'm acting like it's New Year's to close out this year. It's fucking November, 11th, 12th, 13th?
Well, shit.
Cole
got the days lasting like 9.5 hours.
My coworker's like, nigga, since you came back to work, nigga, the weeks are going so fucking fast. Like, I'm getting paid, I'm spending, I'm getting paid, I'm getting spending, I'm getting paid, I'm getting spending. Damn, nigga, I done got, I'm like, it's going by fast.
How we get to November 13th already?
And happy birthday to my baby Jayla. It was her birthday when we started recording this.
Happy birthday.
November 12th. It was her birthday. That's my niece. She's excited. She wanted a girl. She's like, I want a girl, Theo. I want a girl. I'm like, man, I got a son. Sorry. We'll try next time. But yeah, appreciate everybody rocking with us.
Yes, sir.
On that note, we out. Peace.